Imagine this: you're standing in a massive, bustling airport in a country where you don't speak the language. The signs are a blur of unfamiliar letters, the announcements are a jumble of sounds, and a wave of panic starts to rise in your chest. You need to find your gate, but you're too nervous to ask for help. I've been there. I know that feeling all too well. That exact moment is why I created this conversation practice. Welcome, my friend. I'm here to guide you, step by step, as we build your confidence and English skills for any travel situation you might face. Together, we'll turn that anxiety into excitement. My own journey began with a missed flight and a lot of pointing and gesturing. It was frustrating and embarrassing. But I learned a powerful secret: you don't need to be fluent to travel the world. You just need a handful of essential phrases, the courage to use them, and the ability to understand the most common responses. That's what we will master. This isn't about perfect grammar, it's about clear communication. It's about making connections and creating amazing memories. Let me share a crucial tip right from the start. The most important word in travel English isn't hello or thank you, it's please. This simple word shows respect and politeness, and it can open doors literally and figuratively. Combine it with a smile, and you have a universal key. We will build from this foundation. Every session, we'll focus on practical, real-life conversations. I'll be your voice, and then you'll practice, repeating after me, until the words feel natural on your tongue. Are you ready? Let's begin our adventure. Our first stop is the heart of any journey, the airport. But before we dive into the dialogues, remember this fact: according to a recent survey, over 80% of international airports use English as one of their primary languages for announcements and signs. You are already in a more familiar environment than you think. So take a deep breath. You can do this. Now, let's step right up to the check-in counter. This is your first real test, but I promise, it's a simple one. The agent will almost always use a standard script. Listen for these key phrases: passport, please, where is your final destination, and did you pack your bags yourself? Knowing what to expect removes half the fear. Let me walk you through a typical conversation. I'll be the check-in agent first. Listen carefully to the tone and the pace. Good morning. Do you have your passport and ticket? This is straightforward. You can simply hand over the documents and say, "Yes, here you are." The agent might then ask, "How many bags are you checking in?" You need a simple number. Just one, please. Or, two, please. Now, here's a critical question: has your luggage been in your possession at all times? This is a security question. A simple, confident yes, it has is perfect. Next, they will ask about your seat. Window or aisle? This is your preference. Don't be shy. Window, please, or aisle, please, is all you need. Finally, they'll hand you your boarding pass and say, "Here is your boarding pass. Your flight boards at gate B12 at 3:45 p.m. This is the most important information. You must understand the gate and time. A great trick is to repeat it back to confirm. You can say, "Thank you. So, that's gate B12 at 3:45 p.m.? This shows you understood and is incredibly helpful. Now, let's practice this entire exchange. I'll be the agent, and you respond. Ready? Agent, good afternoon. Passport and ticket, please. You, yes, here you are. Agent, how many bags are you checking in? You, just one, please. Agent, window or aisle seat? You, aisle, please. Agent, here is your boarding pass. Boarding is at 2:30 p.m. at Gate A4. You, thank you. So, 2:30 p.m. at Gate A4? Perfect. You just successfully checked in for your flight. Remember, the agents hear hundreds of these conversations daily. They are there to help, not to judge. You're clear, simple communication is all they need. Now, you have your boarding pass clutched in your hand. The next hurdle is often the most intimidating: security. I know it feels stressful, with all the rules and the lines, but I'll let you in on a secret. Security personnel are used to travelers from all over the world. They use very simple, clear commands. Your job is to listen for keywords and follow actions. The first thing you'll hear is, boarding pass and ID, please. You already know how to handle this. Just hand them over. Then, as you approach the screening area, listen for these instructions. Please place your liquids bag in the bin. Remember the rule: liquids must be in containers of 100 milliliters or less, all inside a single, clear, resealable plastic bag. Have this ready before you get in line. It makes everything faster. Next, laptops and large electronics must go in a separate bin. So, have your laptop and tablet out of your bag and ready to be placed in its own tray. Then comes the big one: please remove your shoes, belt, and any metal from your pockets. This is a universal command. Coins, keys, your belt, all of it goes into a bin. Wear shoes that are easy to slip on and off. It's a small tip that saves a lot of time. Finally, you will walk through the metal detector. If it beeps, don't panic. A security officer might say, "Step over here, please," for a pat-down. Just stand still and follow their instructions. They might use simple phrases like, "Arms out, please," or "Turn around, please." Let's practice a quick interaction. Officer, boarding pass, please. You, here you go. Officer, laptop out of the bag, please. You, okay. Officer, please remove your shoes and belt. You, sure. See? Short, simple, and polite responses are all that's needed. You don't need to have a long conversation. Your cooperation is the most important language here. Take a deep breath. You are more prepared than most people in that line. Now you're on the plane. This is your sanctuary for the next few hours. But even here, you'll need to communicate with the flight attendants. This is often the easiest part, as they are trained to be helpful and understanding. The interactions are very predictable, which is great for practice. The first interaction happens as you board. A flight attendant will greet you and direct you to your seat. Listen for, "Good morning. Welcome aboard." You can simply smile and say, "Good morning." They might then say, "Your seat is this way, on the left." A nod and a thank you is perfect. Once you're settled, you might need to stow your bag. If you need help, you can ask a passing attendant. The phrase is simple: "Excuse me, could you help me with my bag, please?" They will usually respond with, "Of course," or "Let me help you with that." Next comes the safety demonstration. While you don't need to speak, it's a great listening exercise. Try to pick out keywords you know: seatbelt, oxygen mask, life vest, exit. Understanding these words will make you feel more secure. Soon, the drink and meal service will begin. This is a very common conversation. The attendant will ask, "What would you like to drink?" or "Would you like chicken or pasta?" Your response can be as simple as "Orange juice, please," or "The chicken, thank you." If you didn't understand, it's completely okay to ask them to repeat it. You can say, "I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?" This phrase is your best friend in any travel situation. Let's practice a full dialogue. Flight attendant, hello. What would you like to drink? You, water, please. Flight attendant, still or sparkling? You, still, thank you. Flight attendant, and here is your meal. Would you prefer chicken or pasta? You, could you repeat that, please? Flight attendant, chicken or pasta? You, the chicken, please. Flight attendant, here you are. You, thank you so much. You see? Every interaction on the plane is built on a framework of politeness and simple choices. You are not expected to be a brilliant conversationalist, you are expected to be a polite passenger. And you are already mastering that. The plane has landed. A wave of relief washes over you, but a new challenge begins: navigating the arrival airport. This is where your preparation truly pays off. The first stop is always immigration, or passport control. This conversation can feel formal, but the questions are almost always the same. Knowing them in advance is your superpower. The officer will usually greet you and ask for your documents. Passport and landing card, please. You hand them over. Then, expect these standard questions. What is the purpose of your visit? This means, why are you here? The answers are simple: tourism, business, or visiting family. The next question is often, how long will you be staying? You can answer with the duration. 1 week, or for 10 days. They might ask, where will you be staying? Have the first address of your accommodation ready. You can say, at the Grand Hotel, or you can show them a printed booking confirmation. The most important thing is to be calm and direct. Do not offer extra information, just answer the question asked. Let's practice a full exchange. Officer, good afternoon. Passport, please. You, here you are. Officer, what is the purpose of your trip? You, tourism. Officer, how long are you staying? You, 2 weeks. Officer, where are you staying? You, at the Plaza Hotel. Officer, enjoy your stay. You, thank you. And just like that, you're through. They stamp your passport, and you are officially in the country. Now, follow the signs for baggage reclaim or baggage claim. This is a good time to remember a key tip: know the 3-letter code of your arrival airport, like JFK for New York or LHR for London. It's on your ticket and boarding pass. If you get lost, you can show someone your baggage tag and say, "Where is baggage claim for flights from JFK?" This specific question is very effective. Your next mission, should you choose to accept it, is baggage claim. This is where patience is a virtue, but a little English can be a powerful tool. The first thing to do is find the large screens displaying flight information. Look for your flight number and find the corresponding carousel or belt number. Remember your flight number, it's crucial here. Now, you wait. But what if your bag doesn't appear? This is a common fear, but knowing what to do makes all the difference. If the carousel stops and your luggage is nowhere to be seen, you must go to the lost luggage or baggage service desk. This is the most important conversation you hope to never have. But let's be prepared. You will need to describe your bag. So, let's learn some key adjectives. What color is it? Black, blue, red, green. What type is it? A large hardshell suitcase. A small blue backpack. A duffel bag. Is there anything distinctive about it? It has a purple ribbon on the handle. This specific detail is gold. Now, for the dialogue. Approach the desk and say, "Excuse me, my bag didn't arrive." The agent will ask for your baggage claim tag. That little sticker they put on your boarding pass is your proof of ownership. Hand it over and say, "Here is my claim tag." They will then ask you to describe it. Can you describe your luggage? Yes. It's a large, black, hardshell suitcase. It has a silver lock and a red strap around it. They will type this into their computer. Then, they will likely say, "We will locate your bag and deliver it to your hotel." What is your address? This is why you have that hotel address ready. Give it to them clearly. They will give you a copy of the report. Always ask, "What is the reference number?" This number is your key for following up. Write it down in a safe place. This entire process is about clear, factual communication. You can do this. You have your luggage. You've successfully navigated the airport. Now, you step outside into the buzz of a new city. The first thing you need is transportation. This moment can be overwhelming, the sounds, the people, the lines of taxis and buses. But you have a goal, to get to your hotel safely and efficiently. The most common options are a taxi, a ride-hailing app like Uber, or public transport. Let's start with a taxi. Find the official taxi stand. It's always safer than grabbing a random car. When you get to the front of the line, the driver might ask, "Where to?" You need to state your destination clearly. Have your hotel's address ready, both written down and saved on your phone. You can simply say, "To the Grand Hotel, please." Or, you can show them the address on your phone. A useful phrase is, "Could you please take me to this address?" Next, the driver might confirm the route or make conversation. You might hear, "Is this your first time here?" A simple yes, "It is enough. You don't need to elaborate. Now, here is a vital piece of advice. In many countries, it's important to ensure the taxi uses a meter. If you don't see one, you can ask, "Is the meter on?" or "How much will it cost to go to the city center?" Agreeing on a price beforehand can avoid surprises. When you arrive, the driver will say the amount. You hand over the money and can ask, "Can I have a receipt, please?" This is always a good habit. Let's practice this crucial conversation. Hello. To the Grand Hotel, please. Driver, sure. Hop in. Is the meter on? Driver, yes. Driver, here we are. That's $25. Here you are. Can I have a receipt, please? Driver, of course. Have a good day. Thank you. You did it. You are now in a taxi, heading to your accommodation. The simple act of confirming the meter and asking for a receipt makes you a savvy traveler. Remember, confidence isn't about knowing everything, it's about knowing the key phrases that protect you and make your journey smooth. You've arrived at your hotel. This is your new base, your sanctuary. The check-in process is a formal but friendly ritual. You will use some of the most important phrases of your entire trip here. Let's walk through it together, step by step. You approach the front desk. The receptionist will almost always initiate with a warm greeting. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Grand Hotel. How can I help you? Your response is straightforward. Hello. I have a reservation under the name, your name. Always use under the name, it's the standard phrase. The receptionist will then ask for 2 key documents. May I see your passport and a credit card for incidentals, please? Incidentals are extra charges like minibar or room service. It's a standard procedure. You hand them over and say, of course, here you are. Next, they will explain the hotel's amenities. Listen for keywords: breakfast, Wi-Fi, pool, checkout time. They might say, breakfast is served from 7 to 10 a.m. on the 2nd floor. The Wi-Fi password is in your room. Checkout time is at 11 a.m. If you don't understand something, ask. What time is checkout, or is the Wi-Fi free, are perfect questions. They will then give you your key card and say, your room is 405 on the 4th floor. The elevators are to your left. Enjoy your stay. A great reply is, thank you. Could you also point me to the nearest restaurant? This shows you are engaged and prepares you for your next step. Let's practice the entire conversation. Receptionist, good evening. Do you have a reservation? Yes, under the name Smith. Receptionist, perfect. Could I see your passport and a credit card, please? Here you are. Receptionist, thank you. You are in room 512. Breakfast is from 7 to 10. Checkout is at noon. Thank you. Is the Wi-Fi free? Receptionist, yes, the password is on your key card holder. Great, thank you for your help. You are now checked in. This interaction is a blueprint. The structure is the same in almost every hotel worldwide. You have just successfully secured your home away from home. You've settled into your room, and now a familiar feeling arrives: hunger. Navigating a restaurant in a new country can be daunting, but it's also one of the most enjoyable parts of travel. Let's break down this experience into simple, manageable conversations. First, you'll be greeted by a host or server. They will say, hello, table for one, or do you have a reservation? You can respond with, a table for two, please, or no reservation, for one person, please. Once seated, you'll receive the menu. The server will often say, can I get you something to drink to start? This is your first decision. You can ask for water, which is always safe. Just water for now, please, or a coffee, please. A useful phrase here is, "What do you recommend?" This shows engagement and can lead to a great meal. When you're ready to order, the server will ask, "Are you ready to order?" or "What would you like?" Use "I would like," which is polite and clear. For example, "I would like the grilled chicken and a side salad, please." If you have a dietary restriction, this is the time to mention it. "Does this dish contain nuts?" or "I am vegetarian." "What do you suggest?" These questions are important and widely understood. During the meal, the server might check on you. "Is everything okay?" A simple "Yes, it's delicious, thank you" is a perfect response. Finally, asking for the bill is straightforward. In many places, you need to ask for it, as they won't bring it automatically. You can say, "Could we have the bill, please?" or "Check, please." Let's practice a full dialogue from start to finish. Server: "Hello. Table for one?" You: "Yes, please." Server: "Here is your menu. Can I get you a drink?" You: "Just water, please." Server: "Are you ready to order?" You: "Yes, I would like the pasta and a small salad, please." Server: "Excellent choice." You: "Thank you." Server: "Is everything all right with your meal?" You: "Yes, it's very good, thank you." You: "Could we have the bill, please?" Server: "Of course, right away." See? Each step is a small, simple exchange. You don't need to be a gourmet, you just need to communicate your basic needs politely. This is the key to enjoying the incredible world of food that awaits you. Now you're out exploring the beautiful streets of this new city. You want to visit a famous museum, but you're a little lost. This is a universal experience for every traveler. Knowing how to ask for directions is a fundamental skill that will save you time and stress. Let's master it. The most important word to start with is "excuse me." It's polite and grabs someone's attention. Then, have your destination written down or clearly in mind. You can ask, "Excuse me, how do I get to the art museum?" or "Excuse me, where is the nearest metro station?" People will usually respond with kindness. Listen for these key direction words: turn left, turn right, go straight, it's on your left, it's on your right, and it's across from the park. If they speak too fast, it's perfectly okay to say, "I'm sorry, could you speak more slowly, please?" Another useful phrase is it far, or "Can I walk there?" This helps you decide if you need to walk or find another mode of transport. If you're using a map on your phone, you can show it to them and say, "I am here. How do I get to this point?" Let's practice a complete interaction. You: "Excuse me, could you help me? How do I get to the Central Park?" Person: "Sure. Go straight for 2 blocks. Then, turn left at the traffic lights. You will see it on your right." You: "Thank you. So, straight, then left at the lights?" Person: "That's correct." You: "Is it a long walk?" Person: "No, it's about 5 minutes." You: "Thank you so much for your help." Now, let's say you find a lovely souvenir shop. The next essential skill is shopping. The most common question from a shop assistant will be, "Can I help you?" A simple response is, "No, thank you. I'm just looking." If you need help, you can say, "Yes, do you have this in a larger size?" or "How much is this?" When you decide to buy something, they will ask, "Will that be all, or is that everything?" You can say, "Yes, that's all." Then, to pay, "Can I pay by card, or I'll pay with cash?" Remember to ask, "Could I have a bag, please?" Excuse me, how much is this postcard?" Shopkeeper, "It's $1. I'll take 3, please." Shopkeeper, "That will be $3. Here you are. Could I have a bag, please?" Shopkeeper, "Of course. Thank you." Every interaction, whether on the street or in a shop, is a chance to practice and build confidence. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Most people appreciate the effort you are making. The thrill of travel sometimes comes with unexpected challenges. Perhaps you enjoyed the local cuisine a bit too much, or you forgot to drink enough water on a long day of sightseeing. Feeling unwell in a foreign country is a common fear, but knowing a few key phrases can turn a panic-inducing situation into a manageable one. Your health is the most important thing. Let's start with the vocabulary you need to describe how you feel. The most common words are pain, fever, headache, stomachache, and allergy. If you need to see a doctor, you can say, "I need to see a doctor, please." Or, if you are at a pharmacy, "I need something for a headache." The pharmacist or doctor will ask you questions. The most important one is, "What are your symptoms?" You need to describe how you feel. You can say, "I have a fever and a headache," or "My stomach hurts." Be as specific as you can. "The pain is here," while pointing, is also very effective. If you have a known allergy, this is critical information. You must say, "I have an allergy to penicillin," or "I am allergic to nuts." Always carry a card with this information written in the local language. Let's imagine a conversation at a pharmacy. Excuse me, I need some help." Pharmacist, "Of course. What seems to be the problem?" "I have a very bad headache." Pharmacist, "Are you allergic to any medication?" No, I am not." Pharmacist, "I recommend these tablets. Take one every 6 hours." Thank you. "How much do I owe you?" Now, let's practice a more serious scenario where you need to see a doctor. "Doctor, good morning. What brings you in today?" "I have a stomachache and a fever." "Doctor, I see. How long have you had these symptoms?" Since yesterday." "Doctor, okay, let me examine you." Remember, in a medical situation, it is always better to speak simply and clearly than to stay silent. Do not be embarrassed. Medical professionals are there to help, and they are used to communicating with people from all over the world. Your ability to describe your basic symptoms is your first and most important step towards feeling better. All adventures must eventually wind down, and that means it's time to think about the journey home. This final part of your trip involves its own set of conversations, centered around money and last-minute shopping. Let's ensure you end your trip as smoothly as it began. Exchanging currency is a common task before you leave. You will go to a currency exchange booth or a bank. The key phrase here is, "I would like to exchange your currency for local currency, please." For example, "I would like to exchange US dollars for euros, please." They will ask you, "How much would you like to exchange?" You can state the amount clearly, $100, please. They will then tell you the exchange rate and any commission. It's important to ask, what is the exchange rate and is there a commission fee? This helps you understand if you are getting a fair deal. They will give you the local currency and often a receipt. A simple thank you completes the transaction. Now, for those last-minute souvenirs. You've found the perfect market. Shopping in a lively bazaar is a cultural experience. The vendor might say, "Special price for you." This is where a little negotiation might happen. You can ask, "How much for this?" If the price seems high, you can politely say, "That is a bit expensive for me. Is there a better price, or would you take a lower amount?" Always be polite and smile. If you agree on a price, you say, "Okay, I'll take it." Let's practice both scenarios. First, the currency exchange. Hello, I would like to exchange British pounds for Japanese yen, please. Clerk, of course. How much would you like to exchange? 200 pounds. What is the exchange rate today? Clerk, it is £1 to 180 yen. There is a small commission. Okay, that's fine. Clerk, here is your yen. Thank you. Thank you. Now, a shopping dialogue at a market. Vendor, beautiful handmade bracelet. Very good price. How much is it? Vendor, for you, only $20. Would you take 15? Vendor, okay, for you, 15. Perfect. I'll take it. Thank you. Remember, handling money and shopping are active skills. The more you use these phrases, the more natural they will feel. You are not just buying things, you are making final, positive connections with the place you are visiting. Carry that confidence with you. The final morning of your trip has arrived. It's time to check out of your hotel and head to the airport. This process is usually quick and simple, especially if you've prepared. The key here is to settle any outstanding bills and confirm your transportation. Let's go through this final, crucial conversation. You approach the front desk with your key cards. The receptionist will greet you and likely ask, "Checking out?" A simple yes, please is all you need. They will then process your bill. They might say, "Here is your bill. Would you like to check it?" It's a good idea to take a quick look. You can say, "Yes, thank you," and glance over the charges. If everything is correct, you confirm. It looks good. They will then charge the card you provided at check-in. They might ask, "Did you use the minibar or any room service?" You can answer honestly, "No, I didn't," or "Yes, I had a coffee from the minibar." Once the payment is processed, the most important thing is to get a receipt. You need to say, "Could I have a receipt, please?" This is your proof of payment. They will hand it to you and often say, "We hope you enjoyed your stay." This is your moment to be polite and express your thanks. You can say, "Yes, it was wonderful. Thank you for everything." Now, if you need to arrange for a taxi to the airport, you can ask right there. "Could you please call a taxi for me to go to the airport?" They will be happy to assist. Let's practice the entire checkout dialogue. Receptionist, good morning. Are you checking out? Yes, please. Receptionist, here is your final bill. Thank you. It looks correct. Receptionist, your payment is processed. Will you need a taxi? Yes, a taxi to the airport, please. Receptionist, right away. Here is your receipt. Thank you so much. We had a lovely stay. Receptionist, we're glad to hear that. Have a safe trip. Goodbye. And with that, your formal interactions are complete. You have successfully navigated the entire cycle of a trip, from arrival to departure. This conversation is the final bookmark in your travel story. You handled it with grace and clarity. Remember this feeling of accomplishment. It is the true reward for your effort and courage. Now, you are back at the departure airport, a familiar yet different environment. This is where you tie everything together. You approach the check-in counter, not with a nervous heart, but with a confident smile. You know the script now. You understand the flow. This is your final practice session in the real world. The agent looks up. Your passport and ticket, please. You hand them over. Here you are. Did you pack your bags yourself? The agent asks, following the standard security procedure. Yes, I did, you reply clearly. Any checked luggage today? Just this one, please, you say, pointing to your suitcase. The agent tags your bag and hands you your boarding pass. Here is your boarding pass. Your gate is C5. Boarding begins at 10:20. You take the pass and repeat the key information, just as we practiced. Thank you. So, that's gate C5 at 10:20? The agent nods. Yes, that's correct. Have a pleasant flight. This simple, smooth exchange is a testament to how far you have come. You are no longer the anxious traveler from the beginning of our journey. You are informed, prepared, and proactive. As you walk towards security, you recall the phrases for the metal detectors, the words for the cafe, the language of travel that is now a part of you. This entire experience, from your first hesitant hello to this confident checkout, has been a conversation. Not just in English, but with the world. You have learned more than phrases, you have learned a way to connect. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. You have taken the most important step, you began. Carry this confidence forward to your next adventure. The world is waiting to have a conversation with you. And now, you are ready to answer. We have reached the end of our structured journey, but this is truly just the beginning of yours. Remember the person you were at the start, feeling that wave of panic in a bustling airport? Look at you now. You have a toolkit of phrases, the understanding of key travel situations, and most importantly, the confidence to use them. Language learning is not about perfection, it is about connection. Every please, every thank you, every attempt you make to communicate builds a bridge. You have practiced the conversations for the airport, the hotel, the restaurant, the shop, and even the pharmacy. You are prepared for the wonderful, unpredictable adventure of travel. Do not fear mistakes. Embrace them. Each one is a step towards fluency. The world is overwhelmingly filled with kind people who will appreciate your effort more than you can imagine. Your journey with English does not end here. It evolves with every new place you visit, every new person you meet. Take this confidence and go explore. Revisit these practice dialogues whenever you need a refresher. Listen to travel announcements in English online. Watch videos about the places you want to go. Keep the conversation with the world alive. You are no longer a beginner. You are a traveler, equipped and ready. You have done the work. You have practiced. You are prepared. Now, go and create your own stories. I am so excited for you. Safe travels, my friend. I want to leave you with one final, powerful tool, one that transcends vocabulary and grammar, the language of gratitude and connection. As you move through the world, this will be your most valuable asset. In every country, in every culture, a sincere thank you is understood. But let's go beyond that. Learn to say thank you in the local language. A simple gracias, merci, danke, or arigato can light up a person's face. It shows respect for their culture and a genuine appreciation for their help. And remember the other universal language, a smile. A smile is a welcome sign. It is an invitation. It says, I am friendly, I am open, and I am happy to be here. Combined with the English phrases you have mastered, a smile makes you approachable and turns transactions into interactions. Think of the people you've met on this imaginary journey: the check-in agent, the flight attendant, the hotel receptionist, the shopkeeper, the doctor. Each interaction was a small human connection, facilitated by your willingness to communicate. Your journey with English is a lifelong adventure. There will always be new words to learn, new accents to understand, and new conversations to have. Do not see this as an end, but as a graduation. You have built the foundation. Now you get to build the house, room by room, story by story. You have the maps, the phrases, and the confidence. The world is not a scary place. It is a place full of potential friends and unforgettable experiences waiting for you to say that first, courageous hello. So go forth. Speak, listen, smile, and explore. You are ready. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide. Now, it is your turn to lead. Happy travels, always. The true magic begins when you step beyond the practice and into the lived experience. Let me tell you about my first successful conversation in a foreign country. It wasn't in a classroom or from a book, it was at a small, sun-drenched cafe, ordering a coffee. I used the simple phrase, I would like a coffee, please. The server smiled and asked, black or with milk? I understood. I replied, with milk, thank you. It was a tiny exchange, but in that moment, I felt a door swing open. That small victory fueled my confidence for the entire trip. This is what I want for you. Those small, everyday moments are where your language skills will truly come to life and grow. Don't wait for a perfect opportunity. Create them. Ask for the time. Comment on the weather. Compliment the food. These are the bricks that build your fluency. Every time you initiate a small interaction, you are proving to yourself that you can do this. Remember, the goal is not to sound like a local news broadcaster. The goal is to be understood. People are not listening for your accent, they are listening for your intent. Your intent to be polite, to connect, and to navigate their world respectfully is what shines through. Focus on that, and the words will follow. So, as we close this chapter, I challenge you to create your own story. Plan your next trip, even if it's a virtual one for now. Watch a travel vlog and repeat the phrases you hear. Practice ordering food from an English menu online. Keep the momentum alive. You have all the essential tools. You've practiced the dialogues. You've learned the key phrases. You understand the flow of travel conversations. Now, the most important step is yours to take. Trust in the work you've done. Your journey has already begun. I can't wait to hear about the conversations you'll have. Imagine you're on a beautiful beach, the sun is setting, and you realize you have no idea how to get back to your hotel. Your phone is dead. This moment of slight panic is where your training kicks in. You don't need complex sentences. You need clarity. You stop a person walking by, smile, and say, "Excuse me, I am lost. Can you help me?" This simple phrase is a lifeline. It is honest, direct, and almost always met with a willingness to assist. This is the essence of practical language use. It's not about fluency, it's about functionality. Let's break down another vital scenario, using public transportation. In a subway or bus station, you might need to ask, which line goes to the city center, or does this bus go to the museum? The responses will often be short and clear, take the green line, or yes, get off at stop 5. Your job is to listen for the color, the number, or the landmark. If you are unsure, always confirm. So, the green line to Central Park? Repeating the core information ensures you understood correctly and shows the other person you are listening carefully. This technique is invaluable. It transforms a confusing set of instructions into a clear, actionable plan. Another powerful phrase is, "Could you write that down, please?" If a street name or a bus number is complicated, having it written on a piece of paper is a foolproof backup. People are happy to do this. It takes the pressure off you to remember a sound you might not be familiar with. Let's practice a bus stop dialogue. You, excuse me, does this bus go to the train station? Person, yes, it does. You, how many stops? Person, about 7 stops. You, thank you. Could you please tell me when we get close? Person, I will, don't worry. See? You use simple questions to get vital information. You involved a local person in your journey, and in doing so, you created a tiny, positive human connection. This is how you travel not just as a tourist, but as a global citizen. Every question you ask is a step deeper into the world around you. Your confidence is the key that unlocks it. Let's take a moment to review our journey. We started in a bustling airport, feeling that initial surge of anxiety. We moved through check-in, security, and onto the plane. We landed, navigated immigration, found our luggage, and took a taxi to the hotel. We checked in, dined in restaurants, asked for directions, went shopping, and even handled a minor health concern. We changed money and checked out smoothly. Look at that list of accomplishments. You have practiced the language for every single one of these moments. This is not just a list of scenarios, it is a map of your growing confidence. Each phrase you learned was a step forward. Each dialogue you practiced was a rehearsal for success. You have not just memorized words, you have internalized a system for communication. You know how to ask for help, how to clarify, how to be polite, and how to connect. The most beautiful part is that this skill is now yours forever. It will not fade. You can revisit these practices anytime. The next time you travel, you will feel different. The announcements will make more sense. The signs will be clearer. Your interactions will be smoother. This is the tangible result of your effort. Remember, the world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. You are now equipped to read so many more. You have the language keys to unlock new chapters, to meet new characters, and to live new stories. Carry this confidence with you, not just in airports, but in all your adventures. You are a communicator now. You are a traveler. It all comes back to that first deep breath in the airport, the moment before the journey begins. That moment of choice between anxiety and adventure. You have now chosen adventure, not just once, but repeatedly, by building the skill to support it. This final practice is not an end, but a celebration of that choice. Think of the conversations we've practiced as your personal phrasebook, but one that lives not in your pocket, but in your mind. It's activated by your courage. The phrases for ordering coffee, for asking for a room, for finding a gate, these are your tools. But the confidence to use them is your power. Let me leave you with one last, invaluable piece of advice. Always learn one local phrase beyond hello and thank you. It could be delicious, beautiful, or help me. This effort bridges the gap between visitor and guest. It shows a deeper level of respect and curiosity that transforms your experience. You are no longer a passive observer in your travels. You are an active participant. You can ask questions. You can understand directions. You can share a moment of laughter with a shopkeeper. You can connect. This is the true gift of language. It turns a foreign place into a landscape of potential friends and stories. Your journey has equipped you with everything you need. You have practiced. You have prepared. You have proven to yourself that you can do this. So when you step into that airport for your real adventure, you will carry with you a quiet confidence. The world is waiting to speak with you. And now, you are wonderfully, confidently, ready to reply. The echo of your journey remains long after you return home. It's in the confidence that settles in your bones, the knowledge that you navigated a new world with your own words. This is the true souvenir. But how do you keep this skill sharp for your next adventure? The answer is simpler than you think. Integrate English into your daily life in small, manageable ways. Change the language on your phone to English for 1 hour a day. Listen to an English song and look up the lyrics. Watch a short video about a city you dream of visiting and repeat the phrases the narrator uses. These tiny habits are like watering a plant. They keep your language skills alive and growing, so you don't have to start from scratch next time. Remember the feeling of understanding a flight announcement or successfully ordering a meal? That feeling is a fuel. Let it motivate you to keep learning. Find a language partner online for a 5-minute chat each week. There are countless friendly people who want to practice, just like you. You can talk about the weather, your hobbies, or your favorite food. Every conversation, no matter how short, is a victory. Do not underestimate how much you have already learned. You possess a solid foundation. The grammar and vocabulary you need for travel are now a part of you. Trust that foundation. Build upon it gently and consistently. The goal is progress, not perfection. Your journey with English is a path you walk for a lifetime, one confident step at a time. You have already taken the most difficult steps. The path ahead is bright and full of possibility. Keep walking. Never underestimate the power of a simple conversation started with a stranger. It is in these unscripted moments that your practice truly comes alive. Imagine you are in a park and you see someone flying a beautiful kite. You could simply smile and walk on. Or, you could take a small risk and say, "That's a beautiful kite." Is it difficult to fly? This tiny opening can lead to a 5-minute chat that becomes a highlight of your day. It connects you to a place and its people in a way that sightseeing alone never can. These moments are the real goal of your language learning. They are not about perfection, they are about humanity. You will make mistakes. The tense might be wrong, or you might use an unusual word. But the person you are speaking to will see your effort and will almost always meet you halfway. They might speak slower, use simpler words, or help you find the word you are looking for. This is how we communicate across cultures, with patience and a shared desire to connect. So, as you move forward, seek out these opportunities. Sit at a cafe counter instead of an isolated table. Join a free walking tour and ask the guide one question. Compliment a local craft at a market. Each time you do, you are not just practicing English, you are collecting stories. You are building a memory of the time you connected with someone from the other side of the world using a language that is now a bridge between you. This is the final, and most important, lesson. Your English journey is a key that unlocks not just places, but people. Carry it with courage and use it with kindness. The world is filled with fascinating stories waiting to be shared. You now have the ability to listen to them and to tell your own. Go and begin your next conversation. I am certain it will be wonderful. The map is unfolded on the small table, a labyrinth of colored lines and unfamiliar names. This is the moment where many travelers feel overwhelmed. But not you. Not anymore. You approach the ticket machine with a calm focus. You recognize the words you need: single ticket, day pass, zone 1. You press the screen for a day pass. But then, a problem. The machine flashes a message: card not accepted. This is a real-world moment, and you are prepared. You turn to a station attendant. "Excuse me," you say, your voice clear. "My card isn't working in this machine. Is there another one?" This is proactive problem solving. The attendant points to a different machine or offers to help. You have successfully navigated a hurdle that would have stumped the old you. Now, on the platform, you double-check your direction. You see a local person waiting. Instead of guessing, you engage. "Excuse me, does this train go to the city center?" You ask. They nod. Yes, it does. You thank them and board, confident you are heading the right way. This simple act of verification saves you time and stress. Remember a key tip for public transport: always note the final stop on your line. For example, remember this train to Central Station. It's easier than remembering the specific station you need. If you are unsure, you can ask a fellow passenger, "Is this the right train for the museum?" as you show them the name on your map. People are universally helpful when asked a direct, polite question. Let's practice the metro dialogue. You, "Excuse me, is this the right platform for the Science Museum?" Passenger, "No, you need the platform on the other side." for the green line. You, the green line on the other side? Passenger, that's right. You, thank you so much for your help. You see? You turned a potential wrong turn into a confirmed correct path. Every successful interaction like this, no matter how small, is a deposit into your bank of travel confidence. The city is no longer a maze, it is a system you are learning to master, one polite question at a time. The concierge desk is your secret weapon. This is where you move from being a tourist who sees the sights to a traveler who experiences the culture. But to unlock this resource, you need to know what to ask. Let's practice the art of asking for a recommendation. This is more than just asking for a good restaurant, it's about asking for a story. You approach the concierge with a smile. Hello. Could you recommend a restaurant for dinner? This is a good start. But let's make it better. Let's be specific. Could you recommend a restaurant with traditional local food? Maybe a place that is popular with families? This gives the concierge a much clearer idea of your preferences. The concierge will likely have a few options. They might say, I know a wonderful family-run place just a 10-minute walk from here. The food is authentic and the prices are very reasonable. Listen for keywords like family-run, authentic, and reasonable. These are golden details. Your next question should be about logistics. That sounds perfect. Do I need a reservation? This is a crucial follow-up question that can save you a long, hungry wait. The concierge might reply, it's usually busy. I can call and make a reservation for you. This is a common and wonderful service. Always, always end with gratitude. Thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. This polite closure leaves a positive impression and makes them more likely to offer extra help in the future. Now, let's practice the full, enriched conversation. You, good evening. I was wondering if you could recommend a restaurant for tonight? We'd love to try some authentic local cuisine. Concierge, of course. I would suggest the Old Vine. It's not too touristy, and the chefs use recipes from this region. You, that sounds lovely. Is it within walking distance? Concierge, yes, just a 5-minute walk. I would recommend a reservation. You, could you please help us make a reservation for 2 at 7 p.m.? Concierge, it would be my pleasure. You, thank you so much for your excellent assistance. You see the difference? The conversation is richer, more collaborative, and far more effective. You are not just getting a name, you are getting an experience, and you are building a rapport with someone who knows the city. This is how you travel smart. The sun is a little too bright, your head feels a little too heavy. Maybe it was the unusual spice in last night's dinner, or perhaps the long flight is finally catching up with you. Feeling unwell while traveling is a universal experience, but it doesn't have to be a crisis. This is where knowing a few precise phrases becomes your health's first line of defense. Let's walk into a pharmacy together. This is not the time for gestures, it's the time for clear, descriptive words. The most important vocabulary revolves around your symptoms. Words like headache, stomachache, fever, sore throat, and allergy are essential. You can combine them with I have a or I feel. The pharmacist will ask, what are your symptoms? Be prepared to describe them simply. I have a headache and a fever. Or, I have an upset stomach. If you have a specific need, you can ask directly, do you have something for motion sickness, or I need something for a sunburn. A critical question the pharmacist will ask is, are you allergic to any medications? You must know how to answer this. Yes, I am allergic to penicillin, or a simple no, I am not. If you have a known allergy, carry a card with this information written in the local language. Let's practice the entire interaction. Excuse me, I need some help. Pharmacist, of course. What seems to be the problem? I have a very bad sore throat and a cough. Pharmacist, are you allergic to anything? No, I'm not. Pharmacist, I recommend this lozenge. Take one every 4 hours. Thank you. How much do I owe you? Now, imagine a more serious scenario. You need to see a doctor. The hotel concierge can help you call. The key phrase is, I need to see a doctor. At the clinic, the doctor will ask, what are your symptoms, and how long have you had them? You can say, I have had a fever since yesterday, or my stomach has been hurting for 2 days. Remember, describing your symptoms clearly is the most important part. You have the words to seek help and get the care you need. This knowledge is a powerful comfort, turning a moment of worry into a manageable situation. This is not an end, but a new beginning. Remember the feeling that started this journey? That knot in your stomach at the airport? Look at it now. That knot has unraveled into a roadmap of confidence. You have walked through every major scenario a traveler can face. You have the phrases, you understand the flow, and you know the secret. Communication is about connection, not perfection. You are now the person who can help a lost tourist. You are the person who can order a meal with specificity. You are the person who can navigate a foreign metro system. You are the person who can turn a problem into a solved situation with a few clear words. This transformation is permanent. Carry this confidence with you. Let it be the lens through which you see the world, not as a challenge to be feared, but as a conversation to be had. Your journey with English is a lifelong adventure, and you are now equipped for every step. You have done the work. You are ready. The world is waiting to talk to you. Go and have the most wonderful conversations.